Hello, everyone, and welcome to House Magetsky. I am Bobby McC, and today we're going to make some macaroni salad. This is a super easy recipe done with the ingredients you see on the screen in front of you. And most of what we're going to talk about today is just the process. The first thing you want to do is take 6 eggs and put them into a small saucepan, cover them with cold water about an inch to an inch and a half over the surface of the water, and bring it to a boil. Once that water is at a nice rolling boil, go ahead and cover it, turn off the heat, remove it from the heat, and set a timer for 14 minutes. After 14 minutes have passed, drain the eggs and place them into an ice water bath. If you let them sit there in that ice water bath until you're ready to peel them, by the time you're ready to use them, they'll be nice and cold and very easy to handle. Fill a large stock pot with water so you can cook the noodles and bring that to a boil. While you're waiting for that water to boil, you can start to prepare the rest of the ingredients for your salad. You want to use 1 large sweet onion. Go ahead and cut the onion in half, peel it, and dice it. You can use a fairly coarse dice. It's really about the size of the ingredients that you would prefer. I like this to be a nice, chunky salad. Keep in mind, you can use a yellow onion, you can use a white onion, you can use a red onion. I prefer the sweet onion simply because it has a little less bite than those other onion options do, but all of them will taste great. The ham, this is a hickory smoked ham. I like to use the ham that is not pre-sliced. The benefit of using the not pre-sliced ham is that you can control the thickness and the size of the cubes of ham that you're using. We've used about a pound of ham in this recipe. Keep in mind that if the only thing you can find at the store is the pre-sliced ham, don't hesitate to use it. It'll work just fine. Done it many times myself in a pinch. Also remember that this whole recipe can be scaled up or down based on how you see fit. This recipe is going to produce a ridiculous amount of salad. So unless you plan on eating nothing but salad, if it's just you might want to scale it down. But if you're bringing this to a cookout, perfect amount. The next thing we want to talk about are pickles. I prefer the bread and butter chips myself. I like the sweet pickle. I like how it contrasts the saltiness of the ham, the bite of the onions with the sweetness of the pickle. That being said, if you don't like sweet pickles, don't use these. Use dill instead. If you don't like pickles, don't use pickles at all. I love sweet pickles. I like a lot of them. The choice of noodles in this recipe is critical. You want to use those ditalini noodles. You want to use some salad noodles. If you use traditional elbow macaroni, the ratio between the pasta and the rest of the ingredients is just off. It's not where you want it to be. Follow the instructions on the box. Cook those noodles for about 11 to 12 minutes until they're al dente, and drain and rinse them. A lot of people are going to tell you not to rinse your pasta noodles, and if you're making a hot dish, I completely agree. This is a cold dish. You want to get these noodles cold. You want them to not stick to each other. That's the only benefit of not rinsing your noodles, is the starch that doesn't get rinsed off. Things stick to it better, including the other noodles, which is not a benefit at all. Go ahead and peel your hard-boiled eggs. They've been sitting in that ice water bath now for so long that they are cold to the touch, easy to use, and you can see how easily they are peeling and cutting on the screen in front of you. Cut them however you like. If you want giant chunks of eggs, cut them in half, cut them in quarters. I personally like everything to be a little bit smaller, though. I want it all to go on to 1 spoonful when I go to take a bite. This here is a 3.8 ounce can of pre-sliced olives. At the store next to my house, the pre-sliced olives and the unsliced olives are so close in price that I don't have to slice the olives. It's just so much easier. So add your olives, add your pickles, add your onions, add your ham, add your eggs, all into one dish and start to stir. If you have a larger bowl, I highly recommend it. You're going to see a lot of things coming out the edge here. Luckily, I have a very clean counter, so nothing is going to go to waste. Add a couple of tablespoons of plain yellow mustard, a few grinds of fresh cracked black pepper, and a pinch of kosher salt. In this whole recipe, there's about 1.5 cups of mayonnaise. Adding a little bit at a time and giving it a stir as you go is really the way to go. That way you can control the amount that is in your salad. Keep in mind that once you put it in, it's not coming out. You can always add more, but you can't take any of it out. Oh, we don't want to miss that little bit of yellow mustard on the side of the bowl there. I wish I had had a bigger bowl. It would have been so much easier. Right here I've added some more pepper, added a little bit more mayonnaise. Just keep adjusting the levels until it's at that consistency we want. And as you can see there, now I've got enough mayonnaise in there, enough mustard, that it has a nice creamy consistency, but nowhere near the level of mayonnaise that you see in some of those store-bought macaroni salads. You want to start adding this into a bowl. Don't worry about those stragglers on the side there. Those are going to get eaten. I top mine with a little fresh cracked pepper, another pinch of kosher salt, and then it is just time to eat up. You serve this with some barbecue or just some chicken legs or something really simple. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for stopping by House Magetsky, and I can't wait to see you again in the very near future.